Let's see. We got any other topics to hit them with at the end? You got any? I
Yeah.
know you made a joke about NBA Summer League earlier in the week. I'm sure you don't have any Summer League questions for me, but
No, I don't.
what
I
else?
haven't
What
watched.
you got?
I did see Wemby is done for the summer though. That he's not going to be playing any more games. Uh,
Yeah.
but like random things like Siakam to the Pacers.
I still, first of all, press X to doubt. All right. That's my original first take on that. Siakam to the Pacers. I've heard this one before. I still now I believe this comes from Mark Stein's Substack, which
Correct.
is not something I have any interest in saying 10 times fast, but I don't know what the package is. First of all, this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I like Pascal Siakam, and I agree that of the Raptors' young core, Siakam is the odd man out because unfortunately they have three really good young players. They all kind of do the same thing. And Siakam is going to be the one that's going to go. With the Pacers having just drafted Jarris, I don't understand why you would then trade for someone who's going to start over him. And I think they're really excited about what they've seen in Summer League. He's had some pretty ferocious blocks. He's made some great passes in transition and in the half court. A couple of no look, some nifty passes, making the extra pass, some stuff that you don't always see from rookies, especially at his position. And although his form makes a shooter like me, he makes you. He's not going to put JJ Redick to shame when it comes to his shooting form, but he's shown some range and he can hit that shot. So I just think the Pacers like what they have too much. I mean, they moved Chris Duarte for 2 second-round picks because they also just went and got Obi Toppin, who plays the 4 and is one of the best transition finishers in his limited playing time in the league. And the Pacers, by the way, happen to be an up-and-coming transition team that's going to be one of the best transition teams in the NBA this year. I just don't see how Pascal Siakam fits what they want to do. They literally just finished addressing that position. Because they also have Jalen, by the way, who's probably not going to play. He's back in the same position he was in Phoenix now, where he's odd man out in the front court. Maybe he'll get some backup minutes at the 5, but no, for me, Siakam things out. But sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say, like somebody said, or I saw something which again doesn't necessarily make sense, but shipping out Miles Turner.
No, stop it. Stop. I'll continue. Sorry, continue, and then I'll jump in on this.
I mean, I can't say it makes sense to me. I can't say it makes sense. I just so I've also seen I've also seen something. Now this is somebody I don't know how big this dude is. He's got like 8,000 followers, but he said for the Hawks, an offer would be like something like DeAndre Hunter, Patty Mills, AJ Griffin, and a protected first-round pick. Which, I mean, you would be able to say more than me. I mean, do you think that would be something to get it done?
People have been trading DeAndre Hunter to the Pacers as long as they have been adding Miles Turner to ridiculous trade packages. It's as if, Lakers fans for some reason think that the Pacers are a farm system for bigger teams. Like they just seem to think that, we're going to give us Buddy Hield and Miles Turner for a late first-round pick. No, we're not. But here's the thing. The time to trade Miles is gone. It's at least for now. They've done this dance for years. I used to have a joke with the staff over at Last Word on Sports where we write our hoop articles because it was like, oh, it's that time of year again where as a Pacers writer, I could just start writing Miles Turner rumor pieces because it was just every year you were going to have those rumors. And I have something for this. I'm looking for it on my Twitter. I made a meme specifically for this, so we will when I find it, when Nate gets back here, we'll pull it up. But no, this Miles Turner thing, the Pacers, they're not going to trade him now. They finally came to that agreement for a long-term extension. They have a young core. He fits what they do. They're not going to add him in packages, certainly not for DeAndre Hunter, and I don't see a situation where you're going to trade Miles Turner in this Pascal Siakam deal either. So yeah, I don't see any scenario where Miles Turner is going to be traded from Indiana, and I cannot find this. I made a meme specifically for this because it happens too often. Happens too many damn times. But no, Miles Turner is not going to be traded anytime soon. I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you two Pacers who might get traded, or at least one. TJ McConnell will likely be traded because Andrew Nembhard continues to perform well in Summer League, and he's really starting to assert himself as the backup to Halliburton. So he might be traded. And at some point, Buddy Hield might be traded because, you got Benedict Mathurin.
And he's still got some value, too.
Exactly.
I also saw this other offer, theoretically, and for some reason it's just a screenshot of an article, so I apologize for not having the source here, but it's a three-way trade. Hawks receive Patty Mills, Pascal Siakam. Thunder receive Clint Capella. Toronto Raptors receive Kobe Buffkin, DeAndre Hunter, Victor Oladipo. LA Clippers 2024 first-round pick, lottery protected. Sacramento's 2024 first-round pick, lottery protected.
Well, do you have that? After I show you this. Oh, wait, no, dang it. That's the Summer League one. All right. Imagine this, but it says Miles Turner trade rumors. All right. Dang it. I found the wrong one. But if you have that trade, you can pull it up because that was a lot of names. And I have a hard time keeping all of those names in my head to assess that trade. But it is one of my favorite things to do to break down these ridiculous. I love Trade Finder, man. It's one of the greatest things that ever happened to the internet. It's a blessing and a curse. All right, so let's see. I can add that. You got that pulled up. All right. Patty Mills and Siakam to Atlanta. The Thunder receive Clint Capella. I think, okay. Toronto receives Buffkin, DeAndre Hunter, Victor Oladipo. Where is Oladipo coming from in that scenario? Why is he? Did he get moved and I not know it? Because the last I knew,
yeah, he's on Thunder again.
Oh, really? Okay, I missed that one.
Yeah, he got traded to the Thunder actually last week.
A sign and trade to the Thunder.
Oladipo, second round 2029, second round 2030 for cash considerations.
How did I miss that one? Geez. Wow. Okay. Now it makes a little more sense to me because it's like, how did Victor Oladipo get dragged into this? But no, I'm not a big fan of that one. I don't think it happens.
Here's another one.
Poor Victor.
Hawks get Pascal Siakam. Raptors get, and this is with the Pelicans too. Raptors get Jonas. I can't say this last name. Valanciunas.
Valanciunas.
Kira Lewis, Jalen Johnson, Kings first by the Hawks. 2025 top 4 protected first from the Pelicans. 2029 first from the Hawks. Swap rights in 2030 with the Hawks. And then Clint Capella goes to New Orleans.
Is that one of those things where you just throw a bunch of bullshit into your that seems like an infomercial where it's like a $10 item, and in order to get you to pay $129 for it, they just throw a bunch of other cheap bullshit in there? Because you lost me at about like 7 draft picks in. I'm like, dude, I only have so many fingers. Like, I can't keep track of all these assets. And how dare you put Miles Turner to the Raptors? I mean, you're fired, by the way, for that headline. Like,
I was waiting for you to see
I had
that.
to fire you in front of your own cat, dude. That's how dare you?
And here's another one. It's Raptors, Mavs, Hawks. What's with everybody wanting to trade Clint Capella? But aside from that, Raptors.
He's the new Miles Turner.
Yeah, Raptors get Hunter, Buffkin, Jalen Johnson, first round from Sacramento, 2024. Mavericks first round, 2026. Mavericks get Clint Capella, and the Hawks get Siakam and Tim Hardaway Jr.
Tim Hardaway Jr. The Mavericks get Siakam and Tim Hardaway Jr.?
No, the Mavericks get Clint Capella.
Oh, the Mavericks get Clint Capella. And who gets Tim Hardaway Jr.?
The Hawks.
Okay.
That's somebody just doing a mock draft for the record.
I mean, Clint Capella to Dallas would be great. That'd be phenomenal. I think that's exactly the kind of thing that they need, especially now, because they do not have good perimeter defense. So they need a premier rim protector behind Luka and Kyrie, because whenever they are going against other guards who are talented offensively, it's going to be a track meet. And so the more shot blockers you have on your roster, the better your chances are going to be in a difficult Western Conference. So the Clint Capella side, I love that. The Hawks side, who goes with Tim Hardaway Jr. to the Hawks?
Siakam.
Okay, so in that scenario, they still have Trae Young, Dejounte Murray, and Siakam.
Yeah.
That's fun. I'd like to watch that team in a first round, maybe second round Eastern Conference playoffs. Now, unfortunately, I don't think anyone would ever see that team in the Eastern Conference Finals. But hey, I didn't expect Nate McMillan and that ragtag group of Atlanta Hawks to make a Eastern Conference Finals, nor did I expect the Paul Millsap, Al Horford, Kyle Korver, and the Funky Bunch group to make the Eastern Conference Finals when they did. So that's what Atlanta does, all right? They take these mediocre teams that probably shouldn't be in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then they just make a run out of nowhere. So that squad with Siakam on it, Eastern Conference Finals, baby. Lock it in.
So I'm going to show you this other ridiculous mock trade here and see what you think of it. I'm not going to say it because I just want to see your reaction when you read this.
Oh, God. Oh, so good. Look at you. I love it. All right, we'll pull this bad boy up. We're going to get a whole sub video out of this, man. The trade rumor mill. Blazers get Siakam and Lowry. All right, so it's a 3-team trade. This is just for the audio. This is for you folks who listen on Spotify. The Blazers, the Heat, and the Raptors. Here we go. All right, so Blazers would receive Siakam, Kyle Lowry, a 2027 and 2029 first rounder from Miami. The Raptors would receive Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. All right. 2029 and 2030 second rounders. So that's 2 different second rounders there. And the Heat would somehow get Dame Lillard and Nurkic in that trade. Wow. So NBA Trades did this. This is Twitter at NBA_trades, which I can only assume is run by a diehard Miami Heat fan. What do I think about this? I don't hate Siakam for Portland, those 2 first rounders, realistically, 27 and 29, when I look at the Miami Heat's timeline, despite their ability to kind of continue to stay relevant, one would think 27 could be a decent first round pick. Who knows where Jimmy Butler will be in 2027. 2029, it's impossible to gauge what value that has. And then the Raptors just get completely shafted in a sense, but not really, because all signs point to they know they need to move on from Siakam, and they get Tyler Hero, who does something that their other 2 stars don't do very well. We were talking about this earlier, Nate. The Raptors' 3 best players all do the same thing. They all play very well inside the 3-point line. They're good finishers. They're creative off the ball. They move well without the ball. They play good defense. None of them are great 3-point shooters. So to add Hero and Duncan, all right, you get some range, however streaky it is. You get some shooting in Toronto, but it feels like it feels like you're not getting a great return for Siakam. Meanwhile, the Heat, for 2 first-round picks, get Damian Lillard and Nurkic. I mean, that's highway robbery to me. I don't know. It'd be fun. I don't think there's a chance in hell Portland accepts that deal. But what are your thoughts?
I mean, face value, that deal kind of seems real fucking stupid for everybody except for the Miami Heat.
Right?
You know, I mean,
I love it. We're gonna bring this back. I think you may have just brought something into the bounce-sphere, the bounce verse on Thursdays. We may have to start doing some trade rumors. So Nate, as you see more of these wild bad boys, please drop them into Discord, because I want to save them.
I think where is it here?
Oh, if you've got more, let them rip.
Here's another stupid one. This is a 4-team trade, for the record.
Ooh.
Atlanta Hawks.
You might have to pull this one up for me if it's 4 teams.
Okay. I'll do that.
Feel free to read it, but
it's just somebody tweeting it. I'll read it here though. So Hawks get Siakam, Pelicans get Julius Randle, Bogdanovic, round 1 from the Knicks.
And a Randle.
Pelicans get Zion, or Knicks get Zion, and Raptors get Nance, DeAndre Hunter, and round 1 from the Hawks.
Congratulations. My heart goes out to the Toronto Raptors. You have now assumed the Indiana Pacers role as everyone's freaking farm system, apparently. Every fan of any major NBA team now thinks that you don't care about your own self-interest, that you're only here to provide assets to bigger teams. That is my take on that. Can you scroll back up to it so I can see it again? Because I really want to break down the audacity of this. So the Hawks get Siakam. All right, fine. The Pelicans get Julius Randle and Bogdanovic and a first rounder from the Knicks. The Knicks only get Zion for that. First of all, I think that's a place for us to pause and talk for a second, Nate. Based on what we've seen from the last few years of Zion, why would the Knicks want to trade Julius Randle away and a first-round pick to get a player that plays the same position and over the last 2 years has not played it better than Julius Randle? Correct me if I'm wrong. Which of these 2 guys was an all-star last year?
Randle.
Oh, you can't correct me if I'm wrong because I didn't ask you the right way. But yes, you're right. Yeah, you're sorry. Horrible setup by me. Thank you for saving it. Yeah, that is my main reason where I'm like, this is atrocious, this trade. But this is why it's fun to look at these. And then the Raptors, again, thanks for playing. You get Larry Nance Jr. and DeAndre Hunter. No disrespect to those 2 players. But when the other teams are getting Siakam, Randle, and Bogdanovic, and a first-round pick, and then Zion, and then, oh, yeah, by the way, you'll get Larry Nance and DeAndre Hunter. No, I mean, props to them for making a graphic to go along with this. Again, This is why I love trade generators. Everyone should get to do more of them, and we should start going for we should just do whole shows around this. See, hey, we got bite-sized Vikes in the chat, John Catford, Giannis. See, that's what we're getting at here. That's kind of the territory we're entering. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this Shams tweet. Like, Siakam to Atlanta for Hunter Capella and draft compensation.
Okay, there we go. All right, so that's 56 minutes ago. All right, so wait, can you scroll back up to that? What was it? Because we can treat that almost as news, like that. They are finalizing a trade that's going to send Siakam to Atlanta for DeAndre Hunter, Clint Capella, and draft compensation. Yeah, see that. If you compare that, I'm not going to ask you to pull it up, but those of you who are watching in the future, when this isn't live, go back and just look at all these other packages we just looked at and compare it to what the real return was for Pascal Siakam. And then, join me as we laugh on behalf of these poor Raptors fans who had to sit through this for the last couple of days. I feel your pain. It was Miles Turner for years. It was years of this, years of, oh, you'll trade us Miles Turner for the number 29 overall pick, right? Like, are you kidding me? The dude was second in the league in blocks in a year when he missed 30 games. Are you kidding me? Sorry, I get upset.
I will say social media also gives gems like either he's fucking with people or, this is a good sign here or bad sign or whatever you want to, call it, where he deletes shit and then leaves a post like that.
I love the modern era. I love it's a weird phase in your life, Nate, when you start to be older than most professional athletes. It's kind of like it's a weird phase you have to address. But yeah, these younger, more petty athletes that as soon as they find out they're getting traded, they're just like, I'm going to delete all social media acknowledgement of this that I ever worked here. And then just with the cryptic ciao. Although my favorite part about that tweet was how the tweeter felt the need to make sure that we all knew ciao means both hello and goodbye. So that's good because it's not every day that people get to learn anything on Twitter. So they're doing God's work, my friend. Ciao. So interesting. Looks like we got to maybe break some. Well, I guess it's been an hour. But there's your crappy Siakam to the Pacers.
I just want to
get out of here. No.
I literally want to see if I can find somebody make a post about compensation for him. This is a video, but like Hyde, Mathurin.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Okay, is it on there? Healed, Tease, and Mathurin for Siakam. Straight up.
That's what this one looks like.
Are you kidding me? Benedict Mathurin and two other players for Pascal Siakam. Dude, see this stuff like this right here. For those of you out here, if you're ever nervous, if you feel like your opinions aren't valid enough to put them out there for the world to see, I want you to think about stuff like this. I want you to have the courage that this young man in our little TikTok picture-in-picture thing here, I want you to be more like him because for some reason he thinks that these trades are good ideas and they're awful. And he's putting his face on them and everything. So it's all good. And that's okay.
What about this one?
Have no fear. Yeah, no, let's send him. This one's more realistic, if I can be fair, because Benedict Mathurin, for a good chunk of the season, was in the running for Rookie of the Year. We are talking about a guy who is he's on a trajectory to be a multi-time All-Star. You're not going to trade him and Buddy Hield. Tease is Tease there. That's just kind of a throw-in. But you're not going to trade your future, your younger, potentially better player, to then go put Pascal Siakam next to Miles Turner when you already had Domantas Sabonis, who, sorry, breaking news, is much better than Pascal Siakam. Sabonis and Miles didn't work. No way Siakam and Miles is going to work so much better that you're going to send Benedict Mathurin. Like it's awful. I don't understand how you could watch basketball last year and put that package together. But it's just for the clicks, right? It has to be so that people will jump in there and say, wow, this is ridiculous. This is awful. LOL. I mean, I would never want to farm for views that way, but my God. So with all due respect, whatever respect is due, I mean, we're all allowed to have our opinions. So I'm so sorry. That kid's probably 18 years old. I'm an asshole.
I really still want to see like if there are some I mean, I can't find any other like Pacer involved mock trades, although I keep seeing that they're going to have to although I keep seeing that they're going to have to I mean, as a Pacers fan, would you pretty much think that they're going to have to trade? Okay, I'm just saying theoretically one of Buddy Hield or Miles Turner in terms of just money. I'm not talking like actually trading Miles Turner, but I feel like one of those has to go back in the return, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like they're not interested in a Siakam trade. Like there's no way that they're actually interested in this. I can't understand it. It would confuse me to no end. You just traded for Obi Toppin and you just drafted a 7th overall. Why would you go? And you just extended Miles Turner and you just extended Tyrese Halliburton. So why in the world would you be interested in this? They're not. People just need something to write about. What I will say, as far as it pertains to Buddy Hield, yeah, he likely will get traded at some point soon because they have a lot of talent on the wing and a lot of it is young, and he is an asset to a team that's ready to win now. So it is somebody that they could potentially get a nice return if they make the right Buddy Hield trade to the right team at the right time. They could get, maybe I don't know. It's probably not it's not going to be a high first round pick, but they're probably going to at least get a first rounder for Buddy to the right playoff team that needs that knockdown shooter. So I do think there's a good chance he gets moved, but I won't be surprised, if it's not until closer to the actual trade deadline.